I think what happened to me and Marjorie was we got together at a point in our life where we had both failed at this miserably. And it just wasn't, failure wasn't an option anymore. But when you get it, sometimes you got to get it wrong to get it right. 16 years ago now. And you know, best thing ever happened to me. You know, this girl was like everything for me. You know, everything I was missing.
Steve paid him off to not write this book to save what's left of his wife's reputation, honey.
The first word I ever said to her was, I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna marry you one day. That's the first thing I said.
Steve Harvey, the famous comedian and talk show host, has always been open about his life struggles. However, recently he revealed one of his most significant challenges and triumphs, his wife Marjorie's drug addiction. Steve shared how he played a crucial role in saving Marjorie from her addiction and how they overcame the challenges together. Their story was a pure symbol of love, perseverance, and hope. Join us as we delve into Steve Harvey's journey of saving his wife from drug addiction.
What would you say? What's been the key to our success?
The fact that you respect me and I respect you.
When Steve Harvey and his wife Marjorie Harvey first met, they had both been married twice and had no idea that one day they'd be blending their families, creating a modern-day version of the Brady Bunch. The couple never had a biological child together, but their union made them a family of 9. Recently, Steve Harvey has been in the headlines due to reports from Marjorie Harvey's ex-husband, Jim Townsend. He's come forward and claimed that Marjorie Harvey is the queen pin. And if he talks about what really happened between them, he would have to refer to her as such. Jim Townsend, aka Drug Lord, has released a book where he reveals many secrets, and it seems like a lot of people are in trouble. According to Townsend, he took the rap for Marjorie Harvey and his paperwork to prove it. This raises eyebrows as it questions Steve Harvey's involvement in the situation. Despite the negative news, there are some interesting tidbits in Townsend's book. I wrote 2/3 of the book in prison, Townsend said. He added that the plan is to complete the book and shop it to book publishers, and whoever pays the most gets it. Even though Townsend had reservations about sharing his story because of his kids, he apparently said, the hell with it, moved ahead. If you're wondering what Marjorie thinks, Townsend said he doesn't give a rat's butt what she thinks. I have no allegiance to Marjorie. She showed her hand, Townsend said. I'm going to tell my story. It doesn't matter if she knows about it. I'm pouring my heart out. No one knows what happened but me and Marjorie. If you're not aware of her story, the FBI and DEA began investigating Marjorie in the early 90s while she was married to then drug lord Townsend. But despite Marjorie's past, Steve is no stranger to expressing his feelings about how Marjorie saved his life and made him believe in love again. Throughout the last 16 years of their marriage, we've seen the pair push past baby mama drama and a few career blunders. So these latest accusations will likely have no effect. He even told us that Marjorie is everything for him and continued,
You got to look for the bright side and everything, and my bright side was her, 16 years ago now. And, best thing ever happened to me.
But at the time of Jim's arrest, authorities reportedly told Townsend his wife would be arrested as the agents believed they had substantial evidence of her own illegal activities if he didn't cooperate. In a bombshell exclusive interview, Jim tells RadarOnline.com he was pressured by the feds to cooperate with their investigation. He says the lawmen claimed to have substantial evidence against Marjorie and said she'd be arrested if he didn't pay bail. At the time, Marjorie was 8 months pregnant with their second child, son Jason. The dealer says he also feared their 5-year-old daughter Morgan would be left without a mother if he didn't cop a plea. There was Marjorie and my brother, Terry, and that was part of the plea bargain, Townsend says. We cut a deal that they wouldn't indict them. Yes, they were involved, he claims, but I was the ringleader. Coming back to Steve's involvement in the drug dealing fiasco, Steve and Marjorie first locked eyes during one of Steve's comedy shows. It was love at first sight for the Family Feud host, who noticed Marjorie when she showed up late. When I saw her, I quit breathing, Harvey recalled to the studio audience of his talk show. Steve, his long silence, and the intense way he stared at his future bride made Marjorie uneasy. I thought it was going to become part of the show, she explained, and she did.
When I saw her, I quit breathing.
He stopped the show, actually.
He finally realized, okay, I gotta say something. Marjorie continued, But wait a minute, because Steve Harvey declared something big here.
The first word I ever said to her was, I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna marry you one day. That's the first thing I said.
When Steve and Marjorie wed in 2007, it created some tricky family dynamics to navigate. Steve had 4 children from his past relationships, while Marjorie was already a mother of 3. The couple confessed to people that their union wasn't immediately embraced by all of their kids. But, said Marjorie, now we're mom and dad to everybody. Unfortunately for the couple, their children's displeasure wasn't the only issue they had to deal with. One of Marjorie's ex-husbands threatened to stir up some trouble years after they tied the knot. According to her ex-husband, Jim Townsend, Marjorie Harvey almost had a hard time during her first marriage. According to sources, Townsend was a major drug dealer who served almost 30 years in prison after he attempted to purchase an amount of cocaine, weighing as much as an average 12-year-old boy. We were legally married when I got arrested. We lived in Memphis and had a great life together. Townsend told the Globe of his relationship with Marjorie. Townsend claimed that the FBI possessed proof that his brother and Marjorie were both involved in his criminal enterprise. But he told Radar, we cut a deal that they wouldn't indict them. Marjorie owned her own bar at the time. Townsend revealed to the Globe, but federal officials shut the business down because they suspected that it had been purchased with his ill-gotten wealth. Townsend was supposed to spend his entire life in prison, but he was pardoned by former President Barack Obama in 2017. While he and Marjorie had separated while he was incarcerated, Townsend claimed that they remained in contact until she started seeing Steve Harvey. In 2019, Townsend told Radar that he spent some of his free time behind bars writing a memoir. He hadn't completed it at the time of the interview, but teased that it would include details about his relationship with Marjorie. He claimed, I have no allegiance to Marjorie. She showed her hand, he further said.
I'm not going to confirm nor deny that.
Okay. So basically, so they got to get the book.
Read the book.
And now Jim is really pushing that book of his whenever anyone asks about Marjorie and his drug shenanigans. And it's starting to feel a little fishy how he keeps bringing up these deep-rooted secrets that are apparently only revealed in his memoir. It's like he's trying a little too hard to get people to read it.
It's a lot of things. The book is so juicy. Really, you know what? I'm not just to keep the audience in suspense and the readers. I'm not going to confirm nor deny that.
However, Marjorie is like the Wonder Woman of the town. She's Steve's wife and a total sweetheart. However, some people are still worried that the FBI might come after her again. Why, you ask? Well, Jim is being super sneaky and dropping hints about some major secrets in his new book. It's like he's playing a game of catch me if you can with us. Take a look at this.
The book isn't really like anything that's going to like kind of bash her or make people be like, dang, Marjorie did all that.
Yes and no. I'm telling you, you know how life is.
People are starting to wonder if Jim is using the book as a bargaining chip to get what he wants. Is he holding Marjorie and Steve hostage with the threat of publishing? But wait, there's more. Word on the street is that Steve may have already paid off Jim to keep the book under wraps.
Steve paid him off to not write this book to save what's left of his wife's reputation, honey.
Could it be that he's trying to protect his beloved wife's reputation? But despite all the drama, Jim boldly came forward with his own unique take on Steve and Marjorie's marriage. Looks like he does have some wild thoughts and theories up his sleeve.
And it would be amiss to me if I could say that she married Steve Harvey. I'll let you all determine that.
According to Jim, Marjorie's changed a whole lot since he saw her. Could it be all that bling and moolah from Steve's bank account that's gotten to her head? Jim seems to think so.
Oh, no. I'm just going to be honest with you. No, that's not the Marjorie, no.
Looks like Marjorie's marriage to a wealthy and successful man like Steve Harvey has changed her a lot, according to Jim. He even mentioned that he tried to congratulate her on tying the knot with Steve, but it seems like Marjorie has changed her phone number and he couldn't reach her.
When she married Steve Harvey, everything just cut off.
Well, it looks like Steve Harvey might have pulled a sneaky move and asked Marjorie to change her phone number to avoid any contact with her ex, the drug lord. And if you don't know, Townsend told the Globe that he and his kids started spending time together after he got out of prison, but he accused Steve Harvey of forbidding Marjorie to talk to him. All those years, I could call her night or day, and she was always there for me. But when she met him, that phone was cut off the next day, he said. Townsend credited Morgan with contacting the lawyer who helped him get a pardon, and she and Jason both appear in the handful of photos on Townsend's Instagram page. In one throwback pic, the sister and brother are pictured posing with their half-sibling Lori Harvey, whose father is Marjorie's second husband, another convicted drug dealer named Donald Woods. They were married in 2000, around the same time the FBI was beginning to investigate Woods for his role in a drug smuggling operation. However, fans are rooting for Steve and Marjorie despite their past and bless them to live a life full of love ahead with their families. One of them tweeted, "I love to see the ego and confidence boost that Steve Harvey has when he's with Marjorie. He knows what he has, and he loves to show it. Bring back men being proud of having and being with their women." That's it for today, folks. Until next time, goodbye.